Well, let's visit inside historic Bowens Mills, the mill itself, for some demonstration of cider making and cornmeal grinding, which they used to do a long time ago here and was one of the leading community businesses here at historic Bowens Mills in Yankee Springs Township. Before we go inside, let's take a look here at the mill pond, which supplies the water power for historic Bowens Mills to operate for their cider pressing demonstration and cornmeal. The water from the mill pond creates a 14-foot drop down onto a turbine, a sideways fan, which creates the power to operate Bowens Mills. Good view of Owen Saban here. How you doing today, Owen?
How we doing?
Looks like you're dropping some apples in to make cider, right? Okay. How many bushels of apples you put in to make the cider?
We're using about 4 bushels per layer, and we'll do 12 bushels and 3 layers.
Okay. Good view showing our apples that have come in here now, making them into apple pulp, and that will be pressed. Layers of apple will be placed in between trays and burlap bags. And this is O.J. Saban, who met his father just earlier outside. Owen, who was dumping the apples into the hopper to bring them in here to be chopped up through into a series of knives. Then drop down here on this tray to make what we call, looks like applesauce. And then we'll press the cider. As you can see, there's a good-sized crowd out here at historic Bowens Mills to witness this apple-making process of cider from a long time ago on this antique cider press equipment. Makes you think of applesauce, and that's exactly what it is, chopped up apples. Now this bag will be flipped over, and then another tray, a wooden tray, will be placed down on top of this, and then another bag, and then another layer of chopped up apples will take place. This cider press room was placed in about the turn of the century here at historic Bowens Mills. Originally, there was not a cider press room when the mill was built in 1864, the same year that Abraham Lincoln was president of the United States. It is added on about the turn of the century when apple pressing became quite popular out here in Yankee Springs by the Bowens family, and those owner mills followed. As you can see, another layers of chopped up apples are taking place here, and O.J. kind of smooths them out for an even layer. Now another layer of these apple bags will be folded over, and then another wooden tray will be placed down along with another bag to create another layer of chopped up apples. Now another wooden tray will be placed on top of the previous 2 layers, and then another bag will be placed out, unfolded, and some more chopped up apples will take place. And now we'll have the cider press become activated here at historic Bowens Mills. Bowens Mills is bringing these down here, these trays of apples, and then the proper way for getting this activated will take place in just a matter of moments. Some more of these layers of extra boards for thickness will be added on to that, and then the water power from the outside pond that we showed you earlier will activate the press. And now we've got the apple cider press being activated by Owen Sable here with the water power. And there goes the press, folks. And this is a good close-up view of the press, pressing the apple cider. All this goes down to the basement into a holding tank. All done by water power on this antique cider press. Good view of our cider going down to the holding tank in the basement to be drawn off in gallon and half-gallon for sale here of cider at historic Bowens Mills. Another good view of Owen Saban here. He's watching the antique cider press in operation here with the water power, and he is shutting it down from our pressing this afternoon. Fresh apple cider can be attained here at historic Bowens Mills all week long here out in Yankee Springs Township. Just stop on out. Another good view of our antique press here that's pressed our apples this afternoon here for the cider here at historic Bowens Mills. And now the press is being raised up. Outside the cider mill here is a good view of the apple pulp, which is the dried apple pulp from what the cider had been pressed out just a few moments ago that you witnessed. And now that apple pulp will be taken, placed outside in the wagon.
Okay.
Tell them what's good about it. Tell them what's good about it. Better let them cry. High in protein.
One of the features here at historic Bowens Mills is the free hay rides, and here comes a hayride group now on the wagon.